Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Season and Serve vlog. My name is Melissa and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make the ultimate spiced chicken skewers. This healthy summer recipe is perfect for grilling outdoors on the barbecue and can be enjoyed for dinners during the week or for a larger barbecue party with friends. These spiced chicken skewers have a unique twist as they are infused with a special blend of spices and dried herbs that will elevate your grilling game to a whole new level. I'll be walking you through the process of making the spice mixture and marinating the chicken. Plus, I'll also give you my best tips on how to skewer, grill, and serve these spiced chicken skewers. So if you want to see how to make them, just keep on watching. We'll start off by making the spice mixture, and as I said, this is a really unique mixture of both spices and dried herbs. And the combination of all these different flavors really reminds me of a spicy ranch skewer. It is really good. So we're going to start off with some garlic powder as well as some onion powder just as the basis. And then we're going to add in some dried thyme because dried thyme and chicken go so well together. And to give these skewers some spice and lots of color, we're going to add in some sweet paprika, smoked paprika, as well as some cayenne pepper for some heat. In addition to the dried thyme, we're also going to add in some dried dill and dried parsley as it kind of mellows out all the flavors in this spice mixture. Additionally, we can't forget to season with some salt and pepper, and then we're going to give everything a good mix through. And of course, you can always modify this spice mixture to suit your taste. If you want a less spicy skewer, don't add as much cayenne pepper or paprika, and if you want more herbs, add some more herbs. It is totally up to you. And now that our spice mixture is all combined, we're going to set that aside for later. Next, we're going to prepare the chicken, so I'm getting out a brand new clean cutting board as well as a sharp knife. And for this recipe, I like to use chicken breasts, and I use local chicken breasts, which I find have so much more flavor than regular grocery store chicken breasts. So I get these at my local butcher, and this comes from a local farm here in British Columbia. And these chicken breasts are so flavorful. They are a huge improvement from the regular grocery store chicken, so if you can go to a local butcher, I highly recommend it. But if not, I would say if you can just access grocery store chicken, definitely opt for chicken thighs instead. So to cut up the chicken for skewering, I like to cut it into 1 inch to 1.5 inch size pieces just like this. And you'll notice I also take off the chicken tender and cut that off separately. And I do this because if you cut up the chicken breast while the tender is still attached, you're going to get these weird tiny little pieces of chicken attached to your chicken cubes. And that's definitely not what you want. You really want to have some nice even cubes of chicken. And to locate the chicken tender, flip the chicken breast on its back and then just trim off that chicken tender. And you'll notice it because it's a long strip of chicken and it's kind of semi-attached when you get chicken breasts anyways, so it's easier just to remove it and cut that up into individual cubes. Once all the chicken breast has been cut up, add it to a large bowl, and now we're going to prepare the marinade. Now for this marinade, I like to marinate the chicken in buttermilk, and a good hack if you don't have buttermilk is to actually use milk and lemon juice. So I use about 2 cups of milk and I use the juice of half a lemon. So I'm going to squeeze that into the milk and I'm going to let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes until the milk begins to curdle. Now this may seem like a really odd step, but it is definitely worth it because the acid in the buttermilk or the acid in the lemon juice really helps to tenderize the chicken and make it nice and soft when it's skewered and grilled. Next, we're going to pour the buttermilk over the chicken, and then we're also going to add some of the spice mixture to impart some more flavor to the chicken as it marinates. So I'll add about 2 tablespoons of that spice mixture, mix everything to combine, and then place it in the refrigerator to marinate for at least 4 hours or overnight. Now I will say if you don't have enough time to marinate the chicken like this, you can obviously just pour the spice mixture over the chicken and skewer it and barbecue it just like that. It also tastes good, but it won't be as tender as the marinated chicken. Now while the chicken is marinating, let's talk about the skewers. So for my preference for grilling, I like to use metal skewers, and I got these at a local kitchen store, but I'm sure you can get these on Amazon. And what I like about these metal skewers in particular is that they are flat. So when you're skewering ingredients onto them and turning them on the grill, they are less likely to turn on the skewer, making grilling a lot easier and cooking your ingredients more evenly. So if you can find flat metal skewers like this, I would highly suggest it. Alternatively, you can also use some wooden skewers, and these are some bamboo skewers that you can find in grocery stores or in kitchen supply stores. And these are really handy because they are disposable and they are biodegradable, which is really nice. But what's really important with these is that you soak them, because if you don't soak them, they will burn on the barbecue. And to do this, I just simply add the skewers to a large baking dish filled with water, submerge them, and then let them sit for an hour or two. Then they'll be ready to hit the grill without any burning. After the chicken is marinated for at least 4 hours, I drain it from the marinade and then add the chicken to a large bowl along with some olive oil, and this will help all the spice mixture stick. So add the rest of the spice mixture to the chicken and then mix everything to combine. Now there is a lot of seasoning mix for these chicken skewers, which makes them so good, but as you mix you may notice that it is difficult to coat all the chicken, so if you need to use your hands you can do that. Just make sure that you coat every single chicken cube with the spice mixture evenly. Now it's time to skewer the chicken, and this process is super easy because we did a good job in cutting everything up into nice even cubes. So all you have to do is add the cubes to each skewer, and I really like to pack the skewers nice and full because they are just so good. You're definitely going to want to eat a whole one of these. So just keep repeating this process for your metal skewers or your wood skewers that you're using. Once the chicken skewers are assembled, we'll prepare them for grilling by drizzling them with a little bit of olive oil, and this will help prevent any sticking on the barbecue. And now we're ready to grill our chicken skewers. So we want to preheat our barbecue to about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and you want it nice and hot so you get a nice char on those chicken skewers. Once the barbecue's preheated, we're going to bring out our oiled chicken skewers and then add them in a single layer on the grill. And as I add the skewers to the grill, I like to lay them in a diagonal fashion across the grates so that we get really nice char marks and the chicken skewers look really appetizing and beautiful. Once the skewers have been added, we're going to reduce the barbecue heat to medium, cover, and cook for about 10 to 12 minutes per side. And you'll know the chicken is ready to flip when you see nice char marks and it easily flips over on the grill. If you notice any sticking, cover the lid again and let it cook for a little bit longer, and this way you won't be ripping the chicken off of the barbecue. And this is exactly what happened here. I wasn't able to pick up those last 3 chicken skewers, so I covered it for another couple minutes to cook the chicken, and then as you can see, everything just flips over really easily without any sticking. Continue cooking the chicken for another 10 minutes on the second side, and you notice the chicken is done when it's nice and firm. If you want to double check, use a thermometer, and when insert it into the chicken, make sure it reads at least 160 to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the chicken has been removed from the grill, I put it on a clean plate, and then we're going to rest the chicken for about 10 minutes to let all the juices redistribute back into the chicken, and this will also give you a really nice chicken skewer. So I just simply cover with aluminum foil, rest for about 10 minutes, and then they are ready to serve. As a final garnish, I like to sprinkle these spiced chicken skewers with a little bit of chopped chives just for an extra oniony flavor and some nice herbaceousness. I like to serve these spiced chicken skewers with a nice refreshing cucumber salad, as well as a glass of chilled sparkling rosé. And that is it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed watching me make my spiced chicken skewers. These are definitely going to be a hit at any barbecue this summer, so I highly recommend making this recipe. And as always, you can get the full recipe with all the measurements and directions on my blog, and I'll leave that linked in the description box below. Also, make sure to like this video and hit subscribe for more delicious seasonal recipes. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.